May 25th, 2020. Anybody know what that date is? That is the day that a man leaned on the neck of George Floyd for 9 minutes until he died. And that was the day for me where I decided, you know what, I had it, right? That was the day that I snapped. I'm like, I can't go through this. I'm not going to put my kids through this, so on and so forth, okay? So I decided to do what I thought was best for my family, right? Especially my son, who, if anybody sees my son, he kind of favors Trayvon Martin. You know what I'm saying? So when the Trayvon Martin thing happened, I saw my son, right? So I'm like, I got to, do what's best for my family, right? And so whoever you are, you might not agree with me or whatever it is, but you have your own set of values. And as we watch people, right, riot in the streets today, right, they are upset because they have a set of values. Now maybe those values don't resonate with you. Maybe you're like, oh, well, those people, they have their own issues. I'm not going to get involved with that, right? Whatever it is. But that's not the point, right? The point is you have a set of values. And so here's what I'm going to say. Whatever is important to you, if you are in this American capitalistic system, the great majority of you who might be watching this, you don't have the ability to opt out of the system whenever you want to go and protest or whatever for something that you might care about. You don't have that ability because you're caught up again in the system, in the rat race, right? I'm willing to bet that the great majority of people that were out there rioting today don't make six figures. If you make six figures, the likelihood that you're going to take off of work, right, or risk being seen by cameras or whatever, because that might jeopardize your job or whatever, right, the likelihood that you're going to be out there is low. I'm sure there are some exceptions, right? But that's not the point. The part of a democracy is the ability to protest what's important to you. Whatever that issue is, you're supposed to have the ability to protest, and as nobody's supposed to stop you from doing that, especially if you're just protesting peacefully. Right? And so most people don't have the ability to do that. And the only reason I had my protest was to leave. That was my protest. Like, no, because the values that are important to me, I haven't seen a change in America for hundreds of years. Things that were being done 100 years ago are still being done today. So that was enough for me. Keyword for me to decide, okay, I'm going to go somewhere else where, their values are closer to mine. Right? But I was able to do that because I made a set of decisions and starting in 2013 that led to my ability to leave in 2020. If I don't make those decisions in 2013, I don't get to leave in 2020. If I had stayed a part of the system, I would probably still be there right now, experiencing what's going on right now. And that's what I want to talk about. And that's what's really important to you. We may not share the same values. I'm going to guarantee that all the values that I have, every single person watching this, we don't have the exact same values. But what we should all have is the ability to opt out or to protest or to whatever. But to do that, you need money. And if you make a bunch of money at your job, that's still not money because you got to have a job. And if you lose your job, you lose that money. Right? So what is it? What is the thing that allowed me to be able to leave on my own terms? Well, it's going to be the thing that is going to allow you to do the same thing for whatever values that you hold. And that is broadly cryptocurrency, right? And Bitcoin. Bitcoin and crypto is what gave me freedom. But again, I made that decision in 2013. So, and in 2013, I was absolutely positively broker than most people that you know right now. Right? And in 7 years, I was in position to leave. And since I've been gone, I have no job. I have no source of income. None. Zero. And yet, I'm still thriving. I'm still paying for stuff. All of that because of cryptocurrency. 5 years later. I actually have more now than when I left. I have the value of my crypto is higher now than it was in 2020, even though I've been living off of it, eating it, paying rent with it, going out to eat with it, everything. I live off Bitcoin. I don't have any cash, any dollars, anything like that. I live off of Bitcoin. So yes, it is possible. But you're going to have to make the decision now in 2025 that might prepare you to be able to make the kind of move I made in maybe 2030. Right? That's what you got to understand. You know what I'm saying? And it's still too many people, right, like not taking advantage of this opportunity, not really understanding what it is. Bitcoin is freedom. Crypto is freedom. It's the only real money that you actually own.